Shalom. I'm Brother Yawanathan, a servant for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, a prisoner of hope, a Hebrew Israelite scattered among the heathen. We're going to start off at Lamentations chapter 1, verse 1. How do the city sit solitary that was full of people? How that was great among the nations and princes among the provinces? How is she become tributary? She weeps sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheek. Among all her lovers, she has none to comfort her. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They are become her enemies. Judah is gone into captivity because of captivity. And because of great servitude. And because of great certitude, she dealt among the heathen. She findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits. And that's what they're talking about, Israel. All her lovers has begotten her, has done her wrong, has dealt with her treacherously. She weeps sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. Among all her lovers, she has done none to comfort her. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They are become her enemies. Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction, and because great certitude means slavery. She dealt among the heathen. And that's what we're talking about today, the heathens. Strong's H1471, heathen, nation, people, Gentiles, non-Hebrew people. Strong's definition, a foreign nation. Etymology line, the Etommonline. Heathen, pagan, the King James Dictionary. Heathen, a pagan, a Gentile, one who worships idols, or unacquainted with the true Yahweh. In the scriptures, the word seems to comprehend all nations except the Jews or Israelites, as they were all strangers to the true religion and all addicted to idolatry. Heathenism, Gentileism, paganism, ignorance of the true Yahweh, idolatry, the rites are systems of religion of pagan nation. Rudeness, barbarism, ignorance. So that's who the heathens are. And that's who we in captivity. The heathens got us in captivity. The Lord scattered us among the heathens. Lamentations 4:16. And some of us, 2/3 of us, have got comfortable living with the heathens, thinking they're not in captivity, thinking they're not in bondage. Lamentations 4:16. The anger of Yahweh has divided them. He will no more regard them. They respected not the person of the priest. Their, they favored not the elder. As for us, our eyes as yet held, excuse me, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. And that's what the 2/3 of us is doing. You know, they're watching for the heathens to save them. But the heathens is not going to save them. The heathens going to turn against them. As they was never with you to turn against you. They're going to turn on you. Right now, they just, loving your certitude, loving your slave mentality, because is Israel a homeborn slave? Yes, he is. So they like to see you in ruins. They like to see you hurting. As for our eyes, as yet fail for our vain help. In all watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. And who is that nation? The belly of the beast, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Yes, Jacob's trouble is knocking at the door, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to hunt you. They're going to block off cities, and they're going to come in to get you. They're going to bring you to camps. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. Yes, they're going to have drones chasing you. They persecute us among the mountains. They lay wait for us in the wilderness. So ain't no running to the wilderness or trying to, get away. There's no way you can get away. They're going to send them drones through. And them drones going to fly through and see you and catch you. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of Yahweh, has taken in their pits. So let's get Genesis 2 and 4. These are the generations of heaven and of the earth when they were created in the day of Yahweh power had made the heavens. Genesis 2 and 7. And Yahweh power formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So let's go back to Lamentations 16 and 20. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of Yahweh, has taken in their pit, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen. Yes. So we're living among the heathen right now, and 2/3 of us then fell in love with the heathen, in love with his ways. But he said, do not take, be a part of the heathen. Do not make yourself a part of the heathens, a part of their customs and a part of their ways. Do not do that. So let's go to Jeremiah 49. Now let's go to Ezekiel 11 and 3. Ezekiel 11 and 3. Let's start at 2. Then said he unto me, Son of man, these are the men that devise mischief, and give wicked counsel in the city, which say it is not near. Let us build houses. This city is the Carteron, and we be the flesh. So the wicked counsel of our people, they telling them to, encourage them to build houses, and rest themselves secure as being safe from all danger and having nothing to fear when death is right around the corner from you. These are the ones that's giving wicked counsel to the Hebrew Israelites, to the ones that we call the house of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Michael 2:10. Arise ye and depart from this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. So the Lord told us, arise ye and depart from this is not your rest. But some of us get real comfortable. We're real comfortable here. We're real cozy. We like our this is my peace spot. This is my place of peace, and things of that nature. And they don't understand that this is polluted. Everything in America is polluted, from the food to the water, everything, the air, everything you inhale is polluted. That's why the Lord said it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. The medicine, everything out here is polluted. Revelations 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her pledges. So that's what the Lord is saying. Come, and that her, when he says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her. And who is her? Revelation 17:5 tells us that upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, an abomination of the earth. Yes. So that's that her is who the Lord is telling us. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her pledges. So that's what the Lord wants us to do, not to partake, get all comfortable in this system, as it says in Isaiah 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, says Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that covering with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not acts of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And this modern day Egypt is that Babylon the Great, that harlot, the mother of harlots, America. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh, meaning the strength of America, be your shame, and the trust in your shadow of Egypt, your confusion. Yes, your confusion. Yes, you in the city of confusion. Everything's happening here. We have Transformers. We have Tender Lindas. We have the Lickety Lick Sisters. We have everything you can name that's wicked and evil. Jeremiah 49. And that's what the heathen promotes. Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Even the paramedics is polluted. Because they save who they want to save and let die who they want to die. Back to Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve him alive, and let thy widow trust in me. For thus says Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup has surely drunk it. And art thou he that shall together go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, says Yahweh, that Barzar shall become a desolate desolation, a reproach, a waste, a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. I have heard a rumor from Yahweh, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather you together and come against her and rise up to the battle. Yes, yes, yes. So the Lord in verse 15 says, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Yes. So the Lord's gonna make the other heathens dash out to him and tell him prepare for war. And the ones that say that I'm weak are saying I'm strong now. Jeremiah 18. Jeremiah 18 and 11. Now therefore go speak to the men of Judah and to the inhabitations of Jerusalem, saying, Thus says Yahweh, behold, I frame evil against you, and devise against you. Return ye now every one from his evil way, and make your way your doing good. So the Lord saying, turn away from your evil ways, Jerusalem, which is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. But if not, the Lord got this for you. Now therefore go to speak to the man of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, thus says Yahweh, behold, I frame evil against you, and devise a device against you. Return ye now every one from his evil way, and make your ways of your doing good. And they said, there is no hope, but we will walk after our own devices, and we will everyone do the imagination of his evil hearts. Therefore thus says Yahweh, ask ye now among the heathen, who has heard such a thing? The Virgin of Israel has done a very horrible thing. Yes, so that's Yah, the people of our Israel has done a very horrible thing. They have sinned against the Lord. You know, they have in the ways of the heathen that it tells us in Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the words which Yahweh speaketh upon you, O house of Israel. Thus says Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen. Let me run that back for you one more time. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. You know, so they're dismayed when they see the chariots in the sky, you know, because they don't know how to stop it, you know. They're used to having their way and doing the things that they want to do, you know, ruling over people, robbing, stealing, killing, and murdering. So when they see the chariots, you know, from the Lord, the chariots of Israel, they get real scared. You know, they get real, because they can't control it. They can't control it. Thus says Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them, for the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the works of the hand of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. And what is that? That's the Christmas tree. That's the jingle bells. That's what the Lord don't want you to when he says, learn not the way of the heathen. He don't want you to celebrate Christmas. He don't want you giving gifts out in your captivity, in your bondage. He don't want you singing Jingle Bell. Jeremiah, we'll skip to verse 23. We still at Jeremiah chapter 10. We're skipping to verse 23. Oh Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Oh Yahweh, correct me, but with judgment, not in thy anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. You know. So we don't want the Lord to, to correct us in his anger, but in his judgment. Because if he correct us in his anger, he's gonna bring us to nothing. To dust. Pour out thy fury upon the heathen that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name. And what is thy name? Yahweh. And his son is Yahweh Shah. For they have eaten up Jacob and devoured him and consumed him and have made his habitations desolate. Yes. So that's what they done to Jacob. Job 18 and 21. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh. Yeah, the dwelling place of the wicked. Jeremiah 9 and 3. And they bend their tongues like their bows for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, says Yahweh. So they don't know the Lord. Their pride is in themselves. They lift up themselves like they God, but they ain't Yahweh. Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayers preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So it's gonna come a time that they're gonna shoot at us, and fear not. They're gonna shoot at the man of the Lord, and take him down. And they encourage themselves in an evil manner. They consume on laying snares. Privately they say, who shall see them? So they good at laying traps. Esau's a cunning hunter. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligently search both the inward thoughts of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Yes. So they telling on each other, their tongues gonna fall on each other, They got whistleblowers, Psalms 98:2. Yahweh has made known his salvation. His righteousness has he openly showed in the sight of the heathen. Yes, yes, yes. And the man of the Lord that's preaching the word, you know, is showing his salvation, you know. And when it says, Luke 2:30, for my eyes have seen thy salvation, which thou hast prepared before the face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles and the glory of thy people Israel. Yes. So that light is Yahweh Shai, you know, and the men of the Lord are out here preaching his coming, preaching his arrival. Thus says the Lord said, thus says the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Tell them that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Isaiah 9:2. The people that walk in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them has the light shined. Yes, yes. So our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shah has shined upon us, and he's the light. Matthew 4:16. The people which sat in darkness saw great light, and to them which sat in the region and shadow of death, light is sprung up. From that time, Yahweh Shah began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And Yahweh Shah walked by the Galilee, saw the two brethren, Simon